So that's getting into their head a little bit, and now do the competitive research stuff. The competitive research.
Hey, Lorrie.
Yeah.
You might want
There
to
you
also
are.
mention that as the questions come in, it categorizes and sorts by single word, double word, and triple word keyword phrases.
Yeah, I was trying to say it. You said it much more elegantly. That's exactly right. So if people are asking make more money, then all those are going to be categorized together, as well as like make money or just money. You're going to see how many people actually put those kinds of things into the database. And it's very powerful to know that stuff. You don't have to sort through it all.
Can I interject one quick thing?
Yeah, sure.
That is, another technique to use with this tool is in exchange for their input, you can offer them a free report or the top 3 answers or the top 10 answers, the top 10 most asked questions about how to get my business up and running. And it's already written for you. You just format it, and you've got a giveaway.
True.
You've got a bonus, or you've got a product. You've got something you can actually make into a small ebook.
Right, to a hot market, because this is what they've asked.
Right.
They want to know. You can do it as a teleseminar, too, which Alex Mandossian preaches. It's a great way to just get instant content and know what people want. All right, then. So now, this is where I was headed with the last ones. Subscribe to your competition's e-zines, and I got to tell you, I get so much email from, like the people who hound you, you know who they are, and I've actually unsubscribed, and I've gone back and resubscribed, like to like Telman Newton. I love Telman, and it's so much, but I re-signed up because the copy is phenomenal, and I want to know what people are doing in my market. And one second, I would recommend having a special email box just for e-zines, just for that kind of stuff, so it doesn't clutter up your main email. Hotmail, Yahoo, Gmail, which is my new favorite, Gmail. It's pretty flexible. Right, Kate? Okay, John.
No, I was just going to say, make a separate folder for each one of these marketers, because Telman is just merciless. But I will tell you, get on his list, because his copy, you want to create a Telman swipe file.
Yes.
He has written some copy that is just unbelievable. We worked with him a bit on this seminar.
That's how we got Kat.
Yeah, and the reality is that when he did his email blast and when he was doing the teleseminar, I mean, it was just unbelievable.
Yeah, my ka-ching was on fire.
Yeah,
It was
the guy's
amazing.
a machine.
He's a marketing machine. But he's just one example. All those people in my market, I need
Since
to
we're
be on
talking
the
about
list.
copywriting, I have a Telman swipe file with many, 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 many in it. He has mentioned recently that he is working with a copywriting partner.
His wife or partner.
And this is what I was curious about: is she writing the emails, or she's writing the sales letters, or do we have any sense, or it's collaborative and it's irrelevant?
I'm not totally sure, but I think she writes everything, because when I have cornered him before and I said, I love your copy, it's great, he says Jody writes it all. Then that's his pregnant wife. He's going to have her baby any day now. Did you know that? Telman has many of them. OvercomeEverything.com, I think, is the main one, right? Yeah. And you'll get an email a day.
If you go to My First List.
My First List, which is a fabulous product.
ADD Insider, ADD Gold.
Yeah, he's very prolific. But he's worth studying for copy's sake. And if you don't get to all of them, just put them in the folder and you'll get there.
You're going to get 10 a week or 10 every 2 days.
Yes. He really, it's quite obnoxious, but because the copy's so good, it's worth it. So he's just one example, but find out who is in your marketplace, who's your competition, or who's doing the same kinds of stuff, who's trying to reach the market you're trying to reach, and sign up for their e-zine. And I have to tell you, it's funny, I didn't know this, but Armin Morin is on my e-zine list, but he signed up in some obscure email with a different name. I know a lot of gurus and stuff who are on my list, but there's a lot of spies, and you won't even know they're on your list. They're looking at you, so you should be looking at them too. And study their sales copy. I actually learned from Telman when we did this last thing, something that I should have known, but just till I saw it in action, he sends you to a squeeze page for My First List, which is, it's just above the fold, a few bullets, and ask for the opt-in. You sign in, give him your name for the barrage of emails you're going to get, and the next page that you go to, the success page or the landing page, is literally a shopping cart page. So he says, today only, you can get My First List or whatever it is. It's usually $247 a day. It's $97. And it's got all the shopping cart information, put your credit card, everything, right there while you're hot, while you're excited. And he says he just gets people like gangbusters because you're a hot market. So he asks for the order right away. And it's completely downloadable. It's something that's, you don't have to ask the spouse about, it's $97. So it's something I'm going to integrate into my model too. So I'm studying too. Study those people. Discover their unique sales proposition, the unique selling proposition. Who are they marketing to? Who is their niche? Figure it out and see if you can learn from them. I mean, you're a spy now. Join the organizations they join. Go to live events that they go to, and whatever they join online, associations that they join. Figure it out and join them. Read about what they talk about, what their problems are about. If you have heard of e-groups or Yahoo groups, right? It used to be e-groups and then Yahoo bought it. So there are groups for everything. There's groups for gerbil owners. There's groups for quilters. There's groups for everything. So go in there, do a search, and find out, join some of these groups and find out what they're talking about. Because that's the kind of stuff that people aren't going to write about or tell you about necessarily, the deeper things. And you also, when you're on those groups, if you put in your signature line a little bit of information about your website and what it is that you do, you might build relationships on these groups that bloom into something else. Keyword research. You can look look through your competitor's copy and see what kinds of words they're choosing in their copy. And you can go to this site, which is the Overture keyword search tool, and you can type in fact, I'm going to show you this real quick. You can type in whatever keyword it is that you want to put in your copy, and it'll tell you how many people searched for it that past month. For example, if you can type in stay-at-home moms, and you can type in working moms, and you get a very different demographic, a very different amount of people going to search for that. And Kat, if you have anything to say about this,
it's fabulous.
Okay, she likes it. So it's coming up. So let's see, who do we want to see? John Allen. John Allen, what do people type up when they're looking for you?
Lifestyle.
They type up
Management.
lifestyle.
I have one of those. They're really powerful.
Lifestyle management?
Yeah, lifestyle management, lifestyle coaching, life coach.
Whoops. All right, lifestyle management.
Oops.
It's reading it. And this actually only reads what people type in for Overture, because there's Overture as a search engine, Google as a search engine, Yahoo, and all that. So this is not a word that people are searching for too much. 353 people last month.
Like life coach.
And that one I think is going to be bigger. Life coach. Now that doesn't mean that you want to knock that out, because that's a very tight niche as well. Life coach, you have a little bit broader net, 9,020. And then some of the other terms, life coach training, coach game lesson in life, become a life coach, personal life coach certification, Christian life coach. But after life coach, it drops off dramatically. You want to be as specific as possible, because if you type up coach, you're going to get coach handbags. You're going to get football coaches.
I get keywords from a lot of different areas. They're like fitness trainer, online trainer.
Right.
So they'll go to a lot of those keywords as well.
Right. So anyway, it's a good research tool.
One for me, new urbanism.
Oh, you got it.
Because that really is what I'm.
New urbanism.
I don't know how many people know. New urbanism.
Here it comes. More than I thought, 1,268. That's kind of a new term, so it's growing. Right? Well,
That's what I do. That's what I'm.
you know another thing you can do.
That's right.
How do you work backwards from there?
This is what I'm going to show you right now. Google. All right. Let's see what today people are looking, what comes up when they look up urbanism.
That's what I was talking to you.
Okay. Newurbanism.org, Congress for New Urbanism, and whatnot. Look over here if there's Google ads that people are paying money for, then it's good. It means that it's viable.
Right.
All right. So what I would challenge you to do, all of you actually, is to print up, type in a keyword, print up this page that comes once a week, so you know what sites are on top. So every day, New Urbanism may not be number one. So I want you to track what websites are the highest rated for like at least once a week for a few months, and start doing some research.
And then you
You get a picture of the landscape. Yes, Marcus.
Can I just give a quick hint?
Please.
Excuse me. If you're already doing pay-per-click advertising, a great source of this kind of research is your own server files. For
Very
example,
true.
if you have lifestyle management, you'll see on your server files the extra words that people put in with that.
You're right. The C panel, right?
I'm sorry?
In the C panel, is that
Yeah.
what you're talking about?
Yeah, you should be able to see I'm not exactly sure where, but your webmaster will be able to get it for you very
Right.
easily.
Yeah, you're right. You have a lot of data at your fingertips, so you may not even realize.
Yeah.
That's a very good point.
It's very useful.
Yeah. Cool. All right, guys. Oh, yes. I'm getting the hang of this PowerPoint thing, finally. The competitive history of find out like the name of your top competitor, like Savi, let's just say Bucky. You can go to this site, the waybackmachine.org, and you can type in Bucky, and it will take you to all the various renditions of their website from back as far as they have had websites.
And you can see the whole website.
You can see it. Let me show you. It really is actually.
Well,
Here.
it's wonderful because Bucky used
Whoops.
to, which was silly, Bucky used to have a list of all the stores where they sold, and then they took it out. But I can if I can go back to this one, I can copy the same list of all the stores and approach them with my product.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very
Ace. Ace. Yes.
Take me back. So this is an online archive of probably 6 billion internet pages. So you see, they go all the way back to 96 actually, but probably the more useful ones would be in maybe 2003 where they have a lot of choices, or see where they were in February 2001. So this is 5 years ago. What were they doing? Don't be shy. Touch it, feel it, play with it, bond with your Bucky. Comfort the body. About Bucky. Where to buy.
They have a very definite style. They've had a very definite style for about the last 7 or 8 years.
And now see, it's coming together. Now this is actually very scary for blackmail because you can go like to my old sites too and see how far people have changed, how much things have grown. Things on the internet live on. So they're still doing the bond with your Bucky. All the pictures aren't coming, but where to buy, what products they have. It does. It shows sometimes the images aren't there because for some reason they're off the server. I don't know, it's too technical for me, but sometimes the images aren't there. So it may not be.
Where to buy? Click on where to buy, Lorrie.
All right, where to buy? Open link. This was from 2004.
Yeah, that's when I think when they had it on.
Use our store locator. Choose your product and select your zip code. Oh, so they're making it a little more difficult. But you might want to, you can dig around in some of the earlier renditions. Maybe they didn't have it so segmented. And maybe you can find something.
It's great to do it by zip code, too.
Right, right. Well, let's just see.
Plan a business trip.
There you go. Here we go. Let's see. There's none in there. All right. Let's do like, let's do Beverly Hills, 90210.
Oh, okay.
No, not in the archive.
Oh, okay.
But at any rate, you can do a lot with this. You can find out a lot about how things have changed. Why did they change things over time? You can like put it together like doing detective work. So it's waybackmachine.org.
Let's see yours, Laura.
You want to see?
Yeah, just for fun, let's just see. Since we know you, let's see what the number
You suddenly changed your first page. I had said to somebody, oh, you have to see this, and we went there. And
The word sorcerer. It'll still come up as the word sorcerer. This is the first time it came up. Connection failed. Oh, that's so sad. It's trying. Pat there. Oh, it's all gone. All right, well, let's see. I'm trying to get before Frank put up my news site, but it doesn't look like. Okay, yeah, this is when I was my web designer. This is before I hired a professional. And so I had pictures of myself up there. I still use the audio. I love audio. It really makes the sites interactive. And
The underrated guy on the bench.
you know, I actually still use that copy. I'm going to give it a workover because I haven't touched it in a long time. Yeah, it's the coach doesn't put them in until he's tried everything else. If you're not making sales, you make your website flashier, gloss over the copy. You're not getting easing subscribers. Never mind the copy. Let's rent a list. Anyway, that's me. Let's move off of that. Let's move away right now.
lunchtime.
Yeah,
We're a little off though.
no, we're definitely off. Resume slideshow. Oh yeah, Alexa. That was the other thing I wanted to tell you about. Alexa. How many people use Alexa for information? It's owned by Amazon. Dan does. Alexa is a really great place to find out who's getting traffic. And what I like to use it for is competitive research, like comparing my site to like a competitor's, for example. So we're not going to Surrey Cruise. All right, traffic rankings. redhotcopy.com. Get traffic details. All right, so there was a spike in it this month, probably from Tellman. It has lots of information. It's recently viewed. Yeah, I keep putting that up there, and for some reason that's not happening. So you can all see my private office line. There's my rank and all. I'm on the whole internet. I'm at 44,952 in rank. That's how many people are ahead of me. Now, what's really fun? Yeah, it's not horrible. Now watch this. Compare sites. Compare Red Hot Copy to. We'll just do the. Yeah, let's do Dan. Actually, I want to do Gary because he just cracks me up. And it shows you something that I don't have in my website, which is comparable sites. All right, so the Gary Halbert letter kicks my butt. Gary has a lot of traffic, and you can see. Yeah, I actually thought he was higher. He says he's higher than that, but Alexa doesn't lie. So yeah, this is his. I actually thought it would be in. Okay, see traffic detail for the Gary Halbert letter. It's not in the top 100,000. Oh, no. Oh, that's so sad. It used to be way up there.
I don't think you get the full URL.
Yeah, no?
You need to put the Gary Halbert
You know, thank you. That's exactly what it is. Yes, the Gary Halbert. Thank you. Now all is right in the world again. All right. So what you can see here is he's actually still not as high as I thought. He's 30,000. But what's cool is you see a snapshot of his website, but you also see what other sites he owns. Blonde Babes, Black Booty, Free Nude. That's my, oh my God, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
You asked for it.
I just knew he had other sites. So the point is, you can find out what else I know, what else your like competitors are dabbling in. So it's a really great tool to play with. All right, you guys will have fun with that later.
What I want to know is if we click into those, are we going to get all the junk mail that's going through?
Probably. That's all research, Luann, if you get their junk mail. This is the final thing I want to tell you about competitive research. It's called the SRDS, or the what does SRDS stand for? It's Standard Rates and Data Solutions. And what it is it's used in the industry, in the magazine industry, in the publishing industry, to sell advertising to people. So they have media kits in the SRDS. They do a lot of the field work that we want to know. We want to know how many people are signed up for, say, Direct Marketing Magazine. How many people are signed up? What are their demographics? Where do they live? Are they mostly men or women? It's like your target created. Now, the problem with the SRDS is there's two ways to be on board. You can buy a subscription, which is it's like $500 a year or something, and it's this big, thick book. It's very unwieldy. Or you can go to the library and you can look through it and get the information that you want and photocopy it, which is what I would recommend, because you're only going to do it once. You'll take a field trip to the library, you'll get the SRDS, and then you'll look through the magazines that your target market would read, or that your competitors would read, the people that are in your market. So that's my other tip for finding out a little bit about who's in. It's not lunchtime. It's not. So are there any other comments about competitive research?
I was writing and I didn't quite grasp the significance of the SRDS. What is it that we find on there?
The SRDS is an industry, what's the right word for it? It's like, not an archive, but it's a collection, like almost an encyclopedia of magazines and who buys these magazines, it's the demographics of those people. So what it's for is for advertisers. So they want you, like if you're going to advertise in Cosmo, that you want to know like how much it's going to be, who reads Cosmo, where are they from, and all those sorts of things. And they'll send you a whole media kit. Cosmo will send you a media kit to advertise. And you actually can find that out just by asking Cosmo to send you a media kit and tell them you want to advertise. But you can find out other magazines that are in your target market and in your competition by going through the SRDS. They're categorized. It's very, very detailed. And you can also remember I told you about magazines.com? You can go through there as well and start calling a list of magazines that your target market would read, that your competition would read. So those are some ways to do competitive research. And we're just about wrapping up.